want to help people, why are you charging outrageous?
It is business.
Like,
I'm not doing it for you to have fun.
I'm sorry. Why not start a restaurant?
First of all, he mentioned threats, which I believe there is no loan app who would threaten you.
Emmanuel, you are lying. Just that we are not allowed to call names here.
I hope the interest rates are too high. You saw it with your eyes and you took the money.
Defend that one now.
They don't teach you to consider your capabilities. They don't teach you to consider the risk.
So they want to catch you.
They just want to catch you so that they can collect the highway robbery that they are robbing you.
I'm just going to ease your stress, right? And you ease mine. And you easing my stress is the interest.
Why should a student have access to a loan as high as 3 million naira?
I knew that could be very, very provoking. It can be thought-provoking. Like, you feel like just 5K and it has gotten to this level.
But were they doing right, though, by sending
They were not doing right. They were doing wrong. They were doing so wrong.
But I also
doing evil.
DoRight Podcast is brought to you by Max Mark Studio.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the DoRight Awareness Initiative, where we dissect the excuses holding back the economy. Today's topic, defaulting on loans but blaming financial institutions. Now, to make this easier in layman's terms, borrowing money from banks and the loan apps,
loan apps,
and then blaming the loan apps for coming back to you to ask for their money, or the banks. Now, if you've ever borrowed money and you found yourself giving excuses like, that bank is wicked though, or well, the interest rate is too high, Jerry, leave it, this one is for you. With me, I have Hero and Emmanuel. Hero is going to be telling us from the perspective of the borrowers.
Yeah, exactly, the borrowers. Yeah.
The borrowers. You want to explain to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to defend which is the right thing to do. Okay, to borrow the money or to ask your money for your money back. Which one is the right thing to do? And Emmanuel is doing what?
I'm defending the banks.
You are defending the banks or the loan apps.
Lenders.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm intrigued to see where this conversation will lead. So let's start with our first question.
All right.
Now, my first question, I like to start with Hero.
All right.
That your laughter. I want to know, who exactly is to blame when the loans aren't repaid? Is it the lender or the borrower?
Well, in my opinion, I think the lender is to blame. Because tell me why you are giving me unreasonable interest rates. Why am I borrowing, say, for example, 5,000 naira and telling me to pay 10,000 naira? That's highway robbery.
You sound like
unarmed. That's even unarmed robbery. So the lenders are to blame because you are giving me unreasonable rates, and then you are not even taking the necessary steps to even verify the fact that I can actually pay these amounts that you are asking of. So you people are to blame. You are at fault.
Okay, interesting. Emmanuel, what do you have to say?
I'm against what he said. I feel what he's saying, it's a no-brainer. You know, he's saying this from the perspective of, he's feeling okay, he's calm, and he's no more in that state of need, right? Because you can't come to me to lend money, and it's a contract, or we signed a deal, it's an agreement, and you expect to you are subjected to that agreement. So I'm here to help, right? And you are expected to follow up with what we agreed on.
I'm sorry.
You gave your word.
Yeah. You're supposed to verify the fact that I can actually keep to that word.
I should verify the fact that
you don't add sentiment to such. I'm sorry to say, it's business. So you're supposed to have done your own background checks as a borrower to be sure that yes, I can actually pay this money. And if you didn't do that, it's not my fault.
So, but he trusted you.
The thing is,
you're not supposed to trust anybody. I'm a human being. Why do you trust me?
What I'm saying is,
why are you trusting me?
That he's totally wrong. You can't come to me for help, and I gave you an agreement, and you decide that no, what I'm doing is wrong.
He broke your trust.
What you just did is you didn't show integrity. You are not reliable.
I love how personal we're getting with this, but we have a bucket load of questions coming.
All right, let's
just go to the next one and see. Maybe we'll find a middle ground.
All right.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm ready to defend this.
Okay, so as Nigerians, we are all Nigerians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
Any
yeah.
outsider.
But I have
beautiful.
like British background.
Don't we all? It's all of us.
yeah.
Can't you hear my accent?
British in it.
They are quite impatient if you know very much about them.
Please, Elizabeth is like my first cousin.
She's my grandmother.
Ah!
Oh, my darling. Oh.
So, as Nigerians, do we believe that loan conditions in our beautiful country, Nigeria, are they fair to the borrowers, the people that are borrowing the money? Are they fair?
Well, for me, I would say they are fair. Why? I'm not doing this business for everyone to really. I'm doing it for my own.
Yeah, it's not a charity.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why it's called a loan
DJ
app.
YK Mule.
Please,
Thank
can
you.
I? That's why it's a loan app. You know, it's a loan app. You can read and write. You saw my policies. You saw my terms and conditions. And when you want to, Airtel, this normal MTN and the rest. You see they'll drop a message to you and tell you there's this AUF and everything. And what do you see? T&C.
Terms
and conditions
They've
apply.
told you.
And I'm sure majority like me, it's not that thing. When I just see T&C, I don't do it. You know why?
They
because
want you.
it might not be palatable, or what's the word? I might not be comfortable. You understand? So I better don't delve into. I'm not forcing you. You came for help, right? And I'm lending this help, giving you reasons that if you have to meet up to this, you understand? And you agreed. Now you are feeling okay. Now you're like telling me
King
that
of the world,
no. You can't be.
But for me, the fact is that it's not fair. I think I mentioned it when I was answering the first question here that the rates are too high. You're not being fair to people if you are being honest with yourself.
But you saw the rates.
No, hold on. If you're actually being honest with yourself, or you are saying the truth, that you actually want to help people, why are you charging outrageous?
It is business. I'm not
outrageous?
doing it for you to have fun.
I'm sorry. Why not start a restaurant?
So why did you come to me?
Why not start an actual?
I don't understand.
Bank?
Why did you come to me?
Why not start an actual bank?
You came to me for
not carrying gun?
You don't say that. You don't.
This is fiction. No, you are not actually a bank. Yeah, and unless you are owing one loan.
No, me, I'm not owing, but
I'm putting myself in the shoes of these banks, right? You understand?
I like the person.
You see, that's where it's different. Yeah, he's speaking from the perspective of the banks.
I'm not speaking.
I am a borrower.
You are a borrower.
Yes.
Are you sure you are not a ower or an ower? You are
sounding like a ower. You are sounding like a ower. Like you are contradicting.
We'll get to know.
Don't worry. We'll get to know with more questions. You will see you see somebody's skinny will soon be exposed here. Okay. So I want to ask: should borrowers consider their ability to repay before taking these loans? Let's think about this one very well before we answer. Yeah. Should they reason it's like, will I be able to pay this 200,000 with interest back before taking that loan? Hero, I want to hear your perspective.
Okay, being honest here. Being honest, I feel like they should actually consider, you understand? Forget the whole jagoda that I've been doing since, yeah. But I feel like they should actually consider, because you shouldn't take loans that are not, that you can't repay back, you understand? So when you see, okay, depending on your income now, because these apps, they usually ask, okay, what is your income per month, you understand? So I don't think anybody should take a loan that is higher than their income. Yes, not everybody earns a salary, but you should have the rough idea of, okay, this is the amount that comes in monthly. So whatever loan you want to take should not be something that you cannot pay as at when due. So I actually feel that you should consider it, so that you not put yourself inside wahala, so that I will not say the other things, yes, but just so that you not put yourself inside wahala. Use your brain and think.
Well, I would say I would support what he said, because first off, you lending, trying to borrow money from an app, a loan app or a bank, it comes in, for me, in my own opinion, you have to have a thorough thinking about it. You have to know your stand. You have to know where you are. I'm going to buy what he's saying, and that's why I'm adding to what he said. You have to calm down to will I be able to afford this when it's already due? It's just like you renting an apartment. Before renting an apartment, it's only a foolish person that would want to rent where he knows that his salary cannot kind of meet up when he's trying to save and everything. So it's quite similar to the loan app or something, or the banking sector, when in terms of you want to learn something. So what Hero said is very, very, very right. So I feel before you do, cut your coats according to your size. So if you want to lend some money, it has to be, with doing what you can afford to pay back. And when you see the interest and you are like, you find the interest reasonable, then you can go ahead.
So in summary, basically, I'm happy that we found this balance.
This midpoint.
Yeah, this midpoint for now.
I hope it continues.
So do right.
really
The
hope so.
right thing to do right now
Yeah.
is that you should reason.
Use your
think
initiative.
before
Yes.
you go and
no
collect
matter how
that money.
pressured you are, because
Exactly.
he might say that there's so much emergency, blah blah blah. That's
Why you
not an
say
excuse.
I
have a feeling.
emergency.
No. I have a feeling.
Emergency.
It's just
Please,
a metaphorical.
Erica,
yeah.
please, let's
I'm-
move
I'm-
on
We
now.
are
Can we
doing
move on
the
now?
right thing.
I'm not
Alright,
moving on
let's
now.
go to the next question.
Thank you.
How will I say it? I'm curious to hear both your answers. Yeah. So, do you think that financial institutions do they do enough to educate the borrowers? Do they say enough? I know that you want to talk, but let's start from Emmanuel. Yeah, let's start from him.
You see, financial institutions, I would say, I would use the loan apps for an example. I do come across ads on YouTube, majorly on YouTube, because YouTube is where they pack themselves into. And you see, the ads alone is like an awareness, right? They are giving you an idea of, or a solution or an alternative to financial stress. And they've, in as much that they sound so sweet, genuine and everything,
We
right?
have those
But
jiggy.
the education itself, I would say, if I want to give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's on a 7, which is beyond average, above average or
Yes.
something. And why I'm saying that is because, first of all, when you put yourself into their app or whatever, you download it and you want to, you see, the terms and conditions or your interest alone is teaching you that, right? And there are diverse loan apps with their own, interest rates and everything.
yeah.
That alone would give you the wisdom to, like. So I feel normally it's not until when they put, they say this thing, you can take a horse to the river, and
But you cannot force it to drink from
Yeah.
the river.
I feel
I
there's
feel
enough
like,
awareness. Right, I don't think they need to go as far. It's just low
So he's
now.
giving it a
It's
7/10.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
a-
feel
hero.
like he's coming from the perspective of he has so much faith in humanity, so much
And is that bad?
undiluted faith in humanity. Now imagine this. Thank God I also use YouTube. Yeah, I use YouTube too. Now imagine that I'll use DoRight. Imagine DoRight was the brand now, and then you want to watch a music video, and you just play the video, and then it pops up. DoRight Loan Services, your partner for the best loans. How is that educating? They actually I'm being frank with you here. I don't know about the bank. Even the bank self, they are not even bothered.
First of all,
they just want wait. I don't interrupt you. First of all, these brands, these loan apps here, they don't really care about whether you know or not. They just want you. I don't feel like the agreement is the agreement. They are not teaching you, because actually, whether you want to,
is
whether
there to
whether
teach?
hold on now, whether you want to agree to it or not, there is more to taking loan. There's more to know about taking loans. There's more to know. They don't teach you to consider your capabilities. They don't teach you to consider the risk.
So they want to catch you.
They just want to catch you so that they can collect the highway robbery that they are robbing.
No.
The
See.
1 billion
If I leave him to talk,
1 billion
if I leave him to
percent that they
talk,
are
he will
collecting.
convince you that. No. Because see.
That's what they want to do.
There's nothing like
I'm just
highway
here to
robbery
learn.
here.
Yeah.
I think they are licensed, for crying out loud. There's nothing like highway robbery here, and they are not threatening you. This is a corporate kind of thing to an extent. So I'm not threatening. This is not like a kind of human to human.
Okay,
Let me borrow you.
I think
Can
the
you
issue here
chill?
is my choice of words. Yeah.
And
So it's
when-
not highway robbery now, it's corporate robbery.
corporate robbery. Whatever he wants to say, I
Okay,
don't care.
before we
But what I'm
go
saying
into
is,
any more robberies, we still have many more questions. Let's keep it coming.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
I'd just like to know from Hero and Emmanuel that is blaming high interest rates a valid excuse for defaulting? Oh, the interest rates are too high. They are too high.
But I've been singing that song since now. Is that
interest
a
rate-
question?
he has been
I've been
singing-
singing that song
Is
since.
that your
the
issue?
interest rates are
Corporate
too high, but
robbery.
you borrowed.
Corporate robbery.
The interest rates are too high. You saw it with your eyes, and you took the money.
Defend that
you
one
don't,
now.
you don't do things that way.
Is
Did
it
you
my
not
ear?
see
I
it?
didn't see it.
You don't do
No,
things that way.
But the thing is that, yeah, we saw it here. But then you said that, Shebi, at least what he said was, these loan apps want to help.
Did I give you a room for negotiation?
Hold on now. Want to help, quote and unquote. If you want to help, why am I borrowing 10,000 naira and you are collecting like 25?
See, if you know I can't be
that's a little exaggerated.
You exaggerated that one, so I didn't even need to enter.
But stay on still. Like, why are you doing that? Help. If you want to help. If you don't want to help, carry your money and go and open a business that will start insurance or something. Start insurance. Start a restaurant. Start a laundromat with your money. Don't come with the guise of you want to help us and then you are charging exorbitant rates on your loan charges. Come on, please. Let's say one thing, you guys should be for real. If you are a borrower,
my God, how are we not for real? I gave you an insight of this is not even an insight. First of all, I didn't give any room for negotiations that we'll negotiate the interest rate. You saw what I want to
it's
give.
Giving dictatorship.
Wait.
It's giving dictatorship.
You came to me.
It's giving manipulation. It's giving manipulation.
It's giving manipulation and you agreed to be manipulated.
Because you are aware.
You agreed to be manipulated.
This is so personal.
I don't understand.
But there's room for more. There's room for more conversations.
Okay.
With the next question. How do defaults affect the economy and other borrowers? Again, Hero, calm down. I'd like to ask again. How do these defaults, in the sense that you borrow money from these loan apps and banks, and then you don't return the money, how do you think that this affects the economy and other borrowers? Let's start from Emmanuel. Okay. I know you're brewing, but let's start from Emmanuel.
First of all, you defaulted.
Yeah.
You've just affected, or how would I put it? You've created a very negative effect on my business, right? So you've created like a burden for me as a company. You've given me, like, instead of me to focus on my growth, right? You are taking me backwards by always pressurizing you to, refund. First of all, I'm not doing this. I didn't come like an helper. I came as a part-time, like, how will I put this word? I'm just going to ease your stress, right? And you ease mine. And you easing my stress is the interest. If I'm doing a non-governmental organization, if I'm running an NGO, that's different. This is a loan app. Loan. Okay. You are borrowing, you are lending from me.
Okay.
Loan does not say I'm dashing, I'm not doing giveaway.
Scratch my back and scratch your back.
Exactly.
Yes. And because he's itching to speak, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'll answer the question but then I did not still hear in his answer how it affects the economy. Are you the economy, first of all? But hold on, you answered it. But then, to answer the question, it does have like a negative impact on the economy in the sense that it affects our statistics as a nation, you understand? So whenever there are, if I'm not mistaken, whenever there are large amount of defaulters in the society, you understand, it tends to mean that we have quite a large number of people with low credit scores, and that can affect. Please, our financial students, if I'm wrong, do let us know in the comments or anything. But like, I feel like that can even affect the rate at which other potential foreign investors want to invest in the country. It can affect like the poverty rate or something like. Definitely. Because all these things have to do with statistics and all that. Yeah. You get, so I feel like basically, simply put, it affects the statistics, the economic statistics.
And please don't default my rules and everything,
Okay, in all of this, I just like to impute randomly here that can also affect the price of Indomie and sardines and the things that we care about. Yeah, I'm just
It's even because the price of Indomie. That's why people like me borrow.
Why are you borrowing money for Indomie?
Because Indomie is that good.
Go and drink water, please. If you
it's Costa and drink water.
In all fairness, Costa is like how much? Like 200.
Like 200
I can't buy one.
No, Costa is. I bought Costa recent.
How much?
15 naira.
Which area?
If you are watching this.
Yeah, for Costa.
If you are watching this,
let's move on. So, do you guys think that the loan apps are too aggressive with their recovery tactics?
I love this.
From that deep breath, I feel like I should start with you or you get violent.
Yes.
So again, let me ask again. Do you think that loan apps are too aggressive with their recovery tactics?
Yes.
Oh God.
If I had like a placard of yes, I would raise it like this. Yes. Because tell me why, as a company, a brand that's supposed to be professional, you are sending threats, you are sending
That's
death
not-
no. I'm
Threats.
speaking from experience. Sorry, like Kim
Okay.
Kardashian would say, or the Kardashians would say, that's so unprofessional and so
my God.
unethical. Like it's not ethical at all for me. Do you understand? Like tell me why. I borrowed whatever amount I borrowed from you, and then you are telling me, that's how one sent me a message. That time I was able to say 5K, and like there were some things going on in my life at that point in time
That you needed
5K is tissue paper now. 5K is tissue paper, but at that point in time, 5K was like something. So I had defaulted, not deliberately, but then this agent, and if you are watching it. If you're watching this thing, my God Almighty.
They don't know you.
Just hold
They
on.
don't know you.
No, they have my name is Hero. You know. There's no other Hero on your app. Anyways,
Oh my God.
that was how
Confidences.
the person sent me a text and says, if you don't pay back your 5,000 naira loan before 6 p.m., you will never amount to your mate in life.
Oh,
I just have
wow.
one thing for you. Your mate, they are chasing people for loan, right? That's the height for you, where you are now. Sending me that message, that's your own height, right?
Okay, so that was aggressive.
That was too aggressive
Clearly,
for me.
okay.
Do you understand? And there are other, I know of even other people that get desperate. I mean, in my class, I'm the class governor in my class here. I know of a girl that fell into depression because of these same threats. I had to get the class to contribute like the loan, like to pay off the loan for her. I had to give her from the class dues that we collected to actually pay off this loan. So they are actually too aggressive for someone to fall into depression for a company that's supposed to be professional and ethical. Zero. It's
Well,
not the mirror.
well,
And
it's not.
Emmanuel?
Well, I would say, first of all, he mentioned threats, which I believe there is no loan app who would threaten you.
Emmanuel, you are lying.
See,
know.
believe me,
You are
there's no
lying.
loan app that will threaten
You are just that we are not allowed to call names here.
I hope some people will
You are lying.
comment and tell us their experience. And I'm very, very sure 90% or 100% of 90% will say they've like people who have actually lent money and who can relate to what we are saying would never say they've been threatened.
Hey!
No, we
See,
can be. Can
I show you receipts? Can I show you
Wait,
receipts?
let's not do
And
that.
Let
I'm
me
not
show you
saying-
receipts.
see,
I have
I
the
don't want you
receipts
guys
here,
to get me
guys.
wrong. I don't even want him to get me wrong. What I'm saying is,
Hey,
I'm not
Jesus.
saying what
Wait,
they are
hold on,
doing
I have receipts
is
here.
wrong. I'm not saying what they
Can I
are
show you
doing is.
receipts?
Can you chill? I'm not saying what they are doing is right. In terms of like how he laid curses on you because you are owing. Right, I knew that could be very, very provoking. It can be thought provoking. Like you feel like just 5K and it has gotten
But
to
were
this
they
level.
doing right though by sending
that-
They were
that's
not doing
not
right. They
right.
were doing wrong. They were
That's
doing
not
so
right.
wrong.
But I
They
also
were doing
want
evil.
you. Can you chill? I also want you to think from another point of view. Nigerians are very, very ras to an extent. I'm not saying I'm a Nigerian and I know where I'm from. I know Nigerians even boast with this thing.
Thank you.
You know who I be? You
I
know
have
that kind
no
of
receipts
statement.
here.
Nigerians can be very, very impatient. They can be very, very rude.
I have one receipt. Hold on. Let
See,
me.
no.
You are saying-
You know when he
you
was
called me a
talking,
liar.
I
He
allowed
called
him
me
to
a
talk.
liar.
When
Okay,
he
No,
was
there's no
talking,
need,
there's-
no, nobody's a liar.
You know when he was talking,
Nobody's a liar.
message-
I allowed
this
him to
message
talk.
here
I
reads-
allowed him
the-
to say his
Yes,
own mind.
yes.
Allow him to say my mind.
Uh-huh.
See, you can't see bad thing and support bad thing. I'll be very, very blunt
Do
with us.
right, hero.
No,
Do
but
You
you
get
told me
me?
a liar.
I'll be
Let's
very,
prove
very
that I'm
blunt
not
with
a
us.
liar
And
now.
see, I'm not trying to
Let's prove
say
that I'm not a liar,
I'm not trying to say
guys.
two wrongs make a right, but I also feel that there are certain attitude Nigerians would have given to them. You know, when there was someone who told me that she worked in a loan app, right? She spoke politely with this person, and that's being a customer service agent, right? She spoke politely with them, and these people backfired with her. See, if she doesn't have self-control in terms of anger and everything, that could provoke her.
But then what are you doing as a customer care person if you don't
stirred
have
up
self-control?
anger, right? So we all have to correct ourselves, and I feel the root of that problem of loan apps being, annoying to, the borrower or the lender or whatever, right? I feel the root of this thing, it should be from the borrower itself, because I'm sure that where this issue came from is where this person, it's
Okay,
people
so
who have
another
borrowed-
angle is
just-
a hero. This person,
Wait.
this person, were you rude to this person?
This is
Were
a
you
text.
rude
This
to
is a
them?
text message here, and I'm going to read that for you. It
You
says-
don't read it
Hold on,
out.
hold on,
Don't
wait.
borrow money again. Let's
don't-
move on.
If you
Thank
know you want me to read this text out
No.
for you,
What I'm
just
just
drop a
saying is-
comment in
what
the
I'm-
section.
what I'm
There's no
doing
need.
here
Just
is
drop
that
your
I'm
comment
trying to
section. Because
just give us a very
receipt
good.
here.
It's fine.
I was
what
not
I'm doing
rude.
here
I
is
was
that
not
I'm trying
rude.
to give
I just got a text.
We are
At the
doing
end
this
of
to
the day,
create-
let's make sure we do what?
Do right.
Do right.
Say
Create
it
a
there.
blow up.
Everybody say it with me. Everybody
Do right. Create
The
a
next
do right.
question.
Do right and
The
create a
next
better
question.
society.
Low up, do right.
Next question. Wow. Now, should there be stricter regulations for both lenders and borrowers? Do we think we should do more for both parties now?
Yeah, okay, for both parties, let me answer. For both parties, yes, there should be stricter regulations in the sense that the borrowers now, that's the lenders rather, those that are lending the money rather, the lenders should make sure at least try, and the government itself should even come up with technology that can even help these borrowers, these loan apps, look into the background of whoever, you understand, because we put in our BVN, we put in that, but from the way things are going, it's not enough, you understand, because I heard of an experience that someone had her phone stolen, and then people just got her phone and just started borrowing, which is not so, and then
Just
they were
from a
borrowing,
stolen phone.
just from a stolen phone, they were borrowing in her name, you understand. Other experiences like that too, that I feel that more stuff should be put in place. It boils down to the fact that why should a student have access to a loan as high as 3 million naira? Why should a student have access to a loan as high as what are you doing?
That's bad.
What exactly are you doing? Is it that you're not checking the student's
Source of income.
source of income? You're not checking to verify the student's credit score? These are the issues here.
Yes, and Emmanuel.
And funny enough, I think what you're saying is very, very correct.
Thank
because
God,
you see, I'm against, situations whereby when one thing I feel, when people see opportunities, they misuse it. I feel there should be strict policies in terms of a very, very significant thing like borrowing or lending money towards anyone. Just like what he said, it's a no-brainer for a student to be given that much opportunity to borrow 3 million, for crying out loud. I don't even think students should have access to loan apps.
No, there should be like student loans.
Well, I
like
feel,
student loans.
why I said that when we talk about students, we can be talking about the second, because what you just said now, a secondary school student should have access.
Oh no,
to
secondary
loan
school. When I mention
get-
students, I'm even
you
talking
get-
about
Okay,
university
fine,
students.
Okay, now-
But right now, the government
but-
has something in place now, a student loan scheme for
Nigeria.
in Nigeria for those that like for those that are not able to afford
It's so
their
dramatic.
fees. You understand? But like the repayment plan for that is that however much you like the government gives to you, then mind you, they're not giving you money like take. They are paying your fees to your institution. You understand? And they're going to be giving you like monthly stipends for upkeep. But then you start repaying 2 years after
Graduation.
after NYSC.
That's fair.
If I'm not
Oh, that's
mistaken,
nice.
2 years after NYSC. And I'm sure that repayment now is even going to be like an automatic because it's the government.
They will remove it.
They should have access to your entire existence.
Okay.
Actually, so I feel like they could just debit, and that will not even be so hard. You understand? Because how much is your school fees?
Anyway, let's move on.
How much?
Can borrowers and lenders work together to renegotiate terms during tough times? Tough times like, oh, you have a sibling in the hospital, oh, you got involved in an accident and you need to fix your car ASAP. Like, these are the questions. Tough times. Do you think that both people, do you think two of you, if you are a bank and Hero is Hero, if two of you can come together and renegotiate terms like, oh, I'm going through this, can we extend my payment plan or something? Do you think?
I feel, first of all, loan apps are business oriented. That's the ideology of them, being a loan app. And if you are mixing emotions with business,
So you should not put empathy.
you see, I'm not saying, I don't want to sound like
Brutal.
or what I'm
Heartless.
just saying is, I'm doing this, or let me put myself as this loan app. So I'm outside, I'm in your faces because of survival. You understand? I came with that mindset to make money, in as much that I'm giving you money.
And you have staff members to pay.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. I have a lot of people that I'm managing. So you see, if it comes to emergencies, I think it just has to come with a whole lot of, that should be, I don't know, for me, I don't think emotion is meant to be mixed
with business.
Business, it's business, strictly business. And because you just like the other question you asked on how this default stuff affects the economy and everything, you can't, we could give room for instrumental payments. That's more considerate. Were you telling me?
So an example, a friend of mine had taken a loan. I don't know why. That thing that you say, bed of a feather flock together. I be like, because all my friends will do.
All of you like collecting loan.
That's that.
Why all of you poor?
So, no, it's not poverty now. It's business.
Okay.
The way they are doing
Not poverty.
we say we are doing business.
Okay.
All right.
Business,
So
but you don't want
she
to-
took a loan, I think, for her school fees that time. Although it wasn't like the entire fees, just to like add up to what she already had. And then she defaulted for obvious reasons. She didn't have the money to pay back and all of that. And then she defaulted for a while. And the whole harassment, we'll call you, we'll put you on this thing, we'll paint you black, we'll keep that, and that, yada, all that. They did that to her. So she wasn't in the right frame of mind. And then, at her breaking point, it's as if they know, they now called. And then she just had to explain to them that, look, this is what's happening. See that money, I don't have it. And I don't see.
Myself
Okay,
having it.
No. She said she didn't have the money.
have
And
to
she
rephrase.
didn't see herself having it anytime soon. And then they were like, okay, what do we do? And then the loan people were like, all right, you know what? If you can pay us half of the money by 6 p.m., we're going to clear your debt.
Which is good.
And then we, as the good and benevolent friends of hers, we helped her raise the money and the debt was clear. So this just goes to tell that both the lenders and the borrowers can indeed work together, find a middle ground, and then everybody lives happily ever after. Like the Koreans would say, Queen Chana.
Okay, thank you. Before we venture into another language, I just have one last question for you guys.
Yeah.
So now that we've said all of this, don't borrow, but borrow with sense, all of that. Now, what's the best way to avoid loan defaults in the first place? How can we avoid it?
Don't borrow. Let's just be honest. Don't even borrow. Because it's depressing. You know that kind of thing when they are calling you. Or yourself, just don't borrow because
I feel we
don't borrow.
loan apps are
That's so personal.
loan apps
Don't borrow.
are outside to also be of help. In as much that okay, it's a business, we will make money out of your interest. That's where our gain is. I feel whoever that wants to borrow should first of all be logical and reasonable before taking any step of I want to borrow.
There's that.
Borrow with sense.
Borrow with
Borrow with brain.
Thank you. That's the
Bronu.
word. Borrow with brain. First of all, the loan apps are not forcing you. They are just making themselves attractive. First of all, for you to work with them. There's nothing like force.
Bank buddies.
You get
Bank
that there's
buddies,
nothing like force.
yeah.
That's why, and they are running ads. They are paying for ads. All those kind of
that's
stuff.
true.
So you said we can work with each other. Let's support each other, right? Scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
your back.
So the thing is, borrow what you can afford to pay back. You understand? So if you are saying don't borrow, now you have to be considerate. Think of people who might be in dying need.
Well, true.
All I would just say is that when you want to do such things, this is a very critical thing that comes with different criteria. So you have to work with that criteria, and so we all live happily ever after.
Or
What's the
also,
Korean word?
well, we'll get there. And also another important thing, or that you can know is use your head when borrowing and know who you are borrowing from.
Not the ones that we
try
trust.
try and do research on like how professional are these companies. Or ask your friends if you have borrower friends. Ask them too. Okay, how far
ask
this
questions. That makes
company?
sense.
See that they harass you that time when they owe them that time. You get know who you are borrowing from,
exactly.
and live happily ever after.
Thank
the
you.
British will say.
Not the Korean.
No, the
we are
British will
ventures
say, and they lived happily ever after.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, what a lively discussion. Wow. Hero and Emmanuel, thank you so much.
Thanks
You
for
are
having
welcome.
us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for sharing your views. And to our listeners, borrowing money is not bad though. But remember, every naira or even kobo, maybe they can borrow in kobo too. Me, I don't know. I don't used to borrow money.
No.
I'm not sure.
Borrowing money is not bad, but remember, every naira you borrow must be repaid. Don't let loans ruin your peace.
This thing that I say now, someone there, one musician have said it. I don't know, if it go cost my peace, that's some expensive shit.
No, he said if you go cost my
I don't even know.
peace, then I'll go take my leave.
I don't even know.
You see,
know.
what
Oh
Adekunle
my
God said
God.
there is key. If
I
it's
don't
going to
know.
cost your peace, just leave. Then I'll go take
No.
my leave.
Again, if you did not take anything from all this around thing, take this one. Don't let loans ruin your peace or someone else's, because they are calling your mother, they are calling your high school ex,
Exactly.
they are calling your
That's
grandmother in the
embarrassing.
village.
And as you're calling them,
Eh,
go and collect your money from them. Go and collect your money from them as you're calling them.
they are calling your pastor, your imam,
my God.
your younger cousin that just got her new phone and his loan app that is calling her, that your senior
And you
brother.
won't want that
You
because
say,
it's going to be
"Eh."
embarrassing, you know.
So,
Huh? If
Until-
not that this do right, I would have given people a hack.
no, we are doing right here. Ace,
Comment
do
section.
right.
Can you see the
No.
villain here?
Comment section.
Can you see the villain here?
Comment section.
Until next time, doing right is the right thing to do. Let's keep learning and growing. Goodbye.